When you think of trading and barter, do you think of the Facebook Marketplace? eBay? That stupid Dash Deals commercial where the woman gets a car for 10 cents? I think of Pawn Stars, Rick's bald head, Corey's slick back hair, Chumley and his prison record. All main players for what I expect when walking into a pawn shop or doing a Facebook Marketplace meetup. I've probably been in a pawn shop about 3 times in my life, and every time I felt unsafe. Like the creep behind the counter was going to sell me car stereos. I wanted personalities, and someone to rattle off fun facts about ancient shit I don't care about. And maybe sell me a vintage candy dispenser. But let's talk about the show Pawn Stars. Not Cajun Pawn Stars. I'm talking about the original gold and silver pawn shop. The one in Las Vegas, baby. This is a real pawn shop, open 24 hours. The pawn shop was opened in 1989 by Richard Harrison, or as you may know him, the Old Man. The TV show started in 2009 and was the second highest rated reality TV show behind Jersey Shore. But they did not get a successful TV show overnight. Rick, son of the Old Man and Razor and watch advocate for As Seen on TV ads, had tried to pitch the idea for a TV show since the early 2000s. HBO wanted to make the show and make it as a taxi cab confession style show. Nancy DeBuck, who was born in 1968 or 69, research team really does not know. Nancy picked up Pawn Stars to help break up programming from all the original military programming. The show was originally going to be named Pawning History, but was changed to Pawn Stars to fit the locale. And if you've ever been curious, a pawn show taking place in Las Vegas was a pun for a different phrase. And that is how you make a successful TV show. As of 2011, the shop had a variety of vintage or antique items with an inventory of 12,000 items. Even your shit has shit. When Rick rejects wanting an item, it's not because he doesn't think it will sell. He just can't close that closet door anymore. Let's talk about the experts. You have the toy guy, Rick, the guy that restores things on his show, American Restoration, the Amish guy that knows everything about anything, and the weird signature guy, and many, many more. These guys add extra value in education because this is on the History Channel. You get to learn about historical items or cool things that you have no chance in hell of ever seen in real life. IRL for the trendy people. And then we have the main players, obviously Rick, the face and owner of the store, his son Corey, who always tries to get daddy's approval and always fails. And then Chumley, the comedic relief, sometimes a little too far stretched, but has his own bobblehead. And I really need to stop making videos about shows where they have bobbleheads of characters. And of course, the Old Man, who passed away in 2018. He served in the Navy and had the original vision to start the gold and silver pawn shop in Vegas in the first place. We thank you, Old Man, for your service and what you brought to the world. Now we move into some of the interesting realities from the show. If you don't want me to ruin the Disney magic of Pawn Stars for you, skip ahead to this time in the video. For the rest of you, you sick humans that want me to ruin Pawn Stars, if you don't already know what I'm about to say, let me ruin the Disney magic. Let me begin with the shoot days. Because the show films inside a real pawn shop, the 3 main cast members can only work during filming days. The reason is because legally they have to protect all identities of customers, tourists, and fans. The store is closed to the public and only allows a handful of vetted customers during shoot days. Most days you're allowed to walk into the pawn shop and treat it as if it's just a regular pawn shop. But this does not mean you will see who you normally see on TV. It means you could get lucky with an impromptu visit while you're casually there. You could meet Rick next door at Pawn Plaza in his bar, Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue and Tavern. He has an appearance schedule on Facebook if you want to check it out. And Chumley can be seen at his candy shop in the same plaza. What is Pawn Plaza, you may ask? It's like a little miniature mall thing next to the pawn shop. Not only does Rick buy and sell stuff, but he will push barbecue and drinks on you. Chumley sells you candy, and Corey, we don't know what Corey does. Now, to tour the pawn shop and see some of the locations featured in the show, you only need to pay $80 a person. What does $80 get you? Fun and laughter, sightseeing with a tour guide, possibility of meeting celebrities, possibility meaning no chance in hell, the memories of not seeing Rick on my $80 tour because he's busy selling barbecue ribs and old fashions at his bar. And if you're curious what taxes are like, it is $9.60 per person. So 2 people would cost $169.60 because we all have that kind of money to spend in Vegas. For just under $170, you can sweat your ass off in the Vegas desert heat while people talk their asses off giving live commentary about the same tour you're actively taking. And God bless this channel called Traveler Passport. They made this photo slideshow what the tour's like playing behind me. Thank you for paying the $89 so we don't have to. Just like most celebrities now, you gotta pay if you want to meet me. Look, I'll sign your framed picture of me because I know it made you take an interest in your father's vintage toy collection right before he passed away and you had a special bond over it. But before we do that, you have to buy a cocktail and some barbecue. And a razor. And a watch. Before we open the doors back open to everyone here, let's talk about Chumley, a fan favorite to say none the least. In 2016, his house was raided during allegations of some not pretty things. They found crystal meth, Xanax, cocaine, and firearms. He would later plead guilty to all 4 of these. Now he looks like one of the Lost Duck Dynasty cast members. And welcome back those of you that decided to preserve the Disney magic of Pawn Stars. Welcome back, please. Come join us in the circle. Let's quickly touch base on selling items in the show. People go in thinking they will get a fair amount for what an item is worth. And to those who tried and failed, you made for some very entertaining television in the early 2010s. And this setup for the pawn shop's day-to-day camaraderie is what made regular pawn shop workers into stars. Just like those specific YouTube channels where you can see a line of work that you were always curious about, Nancy and company saw this as a great reality TV show opportunity. To put a cap on all of this, Pawn Stars was and still is a show that makes history fun. It combined the anything goes mindset of Vegas with physical historical items. Through various spin-off shows, Rick and the gang stayed true to what they do best. The lesson from this video today, if there even is one, is to keep trying. Rick tried to get a show for the pawn shop for a long time before it actually happened. Rick, just like his father, was a visionary. Rick knew he could do it and be successful. Just like these videos. We just keep trying. And I'm never getting sponsored for any of this.